As Zimbabwe seeks to recover from its economic woes, it's hosting an investment summit in Kempton Park. The two-day gathering will be addressed by Zimbabwean Finance and Investment Promotion Minister Professor Mthuli Ncube and potential investors. SABC News reporter Khayelihle Khumalo has more from the summit.
By all accounts, a very important summit here as Zimbabwe is seeking investment and really having this gathering where you do have so many stakeholders in the business community, but also some of the government representatives. But just to get a context in terms of the significance of this day here in Kempton Park, we're joined by Zimbabwe's ambassador here in South Africa, Mr. Hamadziripi. So once again, Ambassador, you spoke about the importance of making sure that Zimbabwe is able to get these investments. I mean, we know of some of the challenges that you have had as Zimbabwe, the sanctions and many other issues. But today, it's a very big day for the neighboring country.
Yes, indeed. And thank you very much for having me. This is a big day for us because we are continuing part of our program to not just market Zimbabwe in terms of its endowments and all the things that you can get as an investor. But we are saying come and invest in the people of Zimbabwe. Come and partner with us. So we are very pleased that at this investment conference we are going to have the Minister of Finance and Economic Development and Investment Promotion. That's our Minister, Professor Mthuli Ncube. We are also going to have our Minister of Tourism, Honorable Barbara Rodzi. But we do have Deputy Minister of Mines and Mining Development, Minister Kambamura. And we also have here the CEOs of Zimtrade, our trade promotion body, ZIDA, which is our investment and development agency. We have a permanent secretary from the Ministry of Health. In fact, we also have the CEO of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. We are here to do some serious business, market Zimbabwe, look for opportunities. And we are very appreciative of all those who have turned up. And we consider South Africa as a very important partner in our development in Zimbabwe. You are a source of raw materials. You are also a market for some of our products. You are also a source of financial support that we need for our projects in Zimbabwe.
Ambassador, during the course of the address by the SADC Executive Secretary, Mokhosi, he spoke about the centrality of Zimbabwe when you talk about integration within SADC, whether you're looking at mining, whether you're looking at ICT. I suppose a very key question investors will be asking is the safety of their investment in Zimbabwe. We've seen the intervention where you have a new currency that you have just introduced in Zimbabwe.
Indeed, let me say right from the outset, indeed, any investment that you make into Zimbabwe, whether you are a local investor or you are a foreign investor, it is safe. It is guaranteed. And this I can assure you, and as we have heard even from our Chief Executive Officer from ZIDA, we assure the safety and security of foreign investment into Zimbabwe. The second thing that I also want to underline is, as you have just said, the strategic positioning of Zimbabwe. It's central, and as the Executive Secretary of SADC clearly indicated, when you talk about infrastructure, be it your connectivity by way of the highways, Zimbabwe is at the center of the North-South Highway. It's in the center of the Maputo and Beira corridors. When you talk about the ICT, he certainly mentioned also the connectivity that you have to do through Zimbabwe. Energy. We host the Southern Africa Power Pool, which is very critical in terms of ensuring that we have energy supplies within the region. So we can only emphasize not just the centrality of Zimbabwe in terms of its geographical placement, but also the connectedness of Zimbabwe to the rest of the region, and therefore the importance of us working together in order to realize our common development within the region. You know, ultimately it's very, very important that we have a strong working SADC, that's Southern African Development Community, for us also to be able to punch beyond our weight in the context of the African Continental Free Trade Area. So we need to work closely within this region and make sure that we improve our trade relations, improve our connectivity, so that we can then go and conquer the rest of the continent.
And just before I let you go, Ambassador, and I would imagine ultimately it's all about changing the quality of life. You thanked the diaspora community for making sure that you have such outreach programs.
Indeed, I want to thank the Zimbabwe diaspora community here in South Africa. Today, this conference is a brainchild of the diaspora, our diaspora here, working together with government, but more importantly as well, working together with South African partners. And our conference is saying investing in the people of Zimbabwe. So our focus is on the people of Zimbabwe. Ultimately, what we want to see is a better quality of life for the people of Zimbabwe. And we are committed to work with everybody who wishes and is willing and is ready to partner with us, to work with us. We believe there is always going to be a win-win situation when we work together. And ultimately, we will ensure that there is stability in our region, there is balanced development within our region, and we can, in fact, address some of the challenges and problems that we face together, because we have a common fate in the development of our individual countries first, but also of our region second.
All right, Ambassador, thank you so much indeed for your time. So obviously, Ambassador Hamadziripi really talking about the significance of today, but also you do know of the geographic proximity between Zimbabwe and South Africa. These are very key partners in so many aspects. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Kempton Park.